Bill O'Reilly here. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update, sponsored by Tax Network USA, America's #1 choice for tax resolution. Please go to tnusa.com/bill or call 800-245-6000. Coming up next, the news with Mike Slater.
Thank you, Bill. It's Wednesday, June 26, 2024. Here's what's happening today in America. CIA coup, Kenyan insurrection, Fed rates, and Phelps to Congress. That's all coming up. Then Bill's going to be here with your message of the day. But first, a congressional report was just released and concluded that the CIA interfered in the 2020 election by colluding with the Biden campaign to discredit the Hunter Biden laptop story. Former CIA Director Michael Phelps acknowledged to Congress during the investigation. He said, quote, "It's inappropriate for a currently serving staff officer or contractor to be involved in the political process." The report concluded that it was current Secretary of State Anthony Blinken that coordinated the story for political purposes. You've heard of the 51 former CIA officers who said that the Hunter Biden laptop story had all the signs of Russian disinformation. Well, some of the people who signed that letter were still active with the CIA when they signed it. And it was a CNN reporter who wrote that initial report in Politico of dozens of former intel officers. And CNN, friendly reminder, is hosting the debate tomorrow. At least 5 people were killed and 30 wounded in Kenya when anti-tax protesters stormed the parliament. It was an insurrection, and the police fired back at them. Kenyans have been protesting for weeks against a finance bill that would raise taxes on everything from bread to car insurance. And protesters vowed to march until the entire bill was withdrawn. To make this extra noteworthy, among the protesters who were tear-gassed, Barack Obama's 64-year-old half-sister, Auma Obama. The Federal Reserve Governor Michelle Bowman was in London, and while many experts are anticipating still a Fed rate cut by the end of the year, she said we are still not yet at the point where it's appropriate to lower the policy rate. She went on to say that she'd be willing to raise rates not if inflation went up, but even raise rates if inflation stayed the same where it is right now for a period of time. Olympian Michael Phelps spoke to Congress to ask them to pressure the World Anti-Doping Agency to enforce its regulations equally across all the nations. Obviously, you would think, but apparently, like every other world agency, the UN and the WHO, the World Anti-Doping Agency goes easy on the Chinese. 24 Chinese swimmers tested positive for a banned substance before the 2021 Tokyo Olympics, but they let them swim anyway. The Olympics begin on July 26th in Paris. I'm Mike Slater from Politics by Faith. The great Bill O'Reilly has your message of the day. Next.
If you own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles and have an auto warranty about to expire or have no warranty at all, listen up. Car Shield has a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that's now available to the public. Save on out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. So please call Car Shield now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. 800-925-7584 for a free quote. Drivers who activate the vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing and car rental options at no additional cost. So please call for your free quote, 800-925-7584, 800-925-7584. Hey, what do you have to lose? 800-925-7584. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. On this Wednesday, the world is watching the American presidential campaign. With so many threats afoot, pretty much everyone will be affected by our November vote. According to a Pew Research Center study, President Biden is more popular internationally than Donald Trump. The Pew people polled 34 nations, found 43% of those folks have confidence Mr. Biden will do the right thing, while just 23% say Trump has the better outlook. Germany, the Netherlands, Poland, and Sweden support Biden the most, while Hungary and Tunisia like Trump considerably more than Biden. I'm not sure about the Tunisian situation. Does Trump remind them of Hannibal? Anyway, there are two major reasons for the data. First, most countries don't give a fig about the madness on the U.S.-Mexican border, and they don't much care that we are paying very high prices for bananas. They do care about climate change, not a priority for the Don. Secondly, like the USA, European media veers sharply left. Since the end of the Cold War, this has intensified. What's confusing is that President Trump largely kept the peace during his 4 years in office, but President Biden is looking at massive violence and confrontation from the South China Sea to Ukraine. But I'm being logical here, and that is no longer a political plus. Now it's all emotion. How do you say you're crazy in Swedish? I'm Bill O'Reilly. I approve the message by writing it. You can reach me, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, name and town if you wish to opine. All right, let's go to the mail. I'm not going to use this guy's name because he's a very loyal, no-spin news watcher, and I'm not disparaging him, but I'm going to have to scold him a little bit. Hey, Bill, your assertion that CNN would never share its question with its preferred candidate is unfounded. When Donna Brazile gave the edge to her candidate, Hillary Clinton, Brazile was working for CNN. The difference between CNN and its employees is a distinction without a difference. That's not true. Every company cannot control what their individual employees do. Ms. Brazile leaked questions to Hillary Clinton. She admits she did it. She admits CNN didn't know anything about it, and there's not one shred of evidence that management of CNN encouraged Brazile to do it. She did it on her own. Sandra Bai, Shiloh, Illinois. Bill, can you please tell me why someone didn't insist that one moderator at the debate be for Trump? Because no one can insist anything. CNN invited the candidates. They accepted. CNN does what it wants. That's it. Can't insist. Joseph Crow, Evansville, Indiana. Bill, how is it for 244 years America has existed as a peaceful, prosperous, sovereign nation, but in January of 2021, it began its descent towards socialism and left-wing madness? It's because the people voted for it. Now, they didn't know Joe Biden was so far left and so diminished. That's true. But now they do. And we'll see what happens in November. You want a socialist country? Vote for Biden. Peter Lyon, Seagirt, New Jersey. With only 3 states having laws to stop illegals from voting, how can we know the Dems won't flood the zone? It's a federal crime if you vote and you're not a citizen. Okay? It's also a state crime, but it's feds. In a moment, something you might not know. Everything is expensive these days, you know that. The government is printing trillions of dollars and consumer prices higher than ever. But there are a few things you can do right now. American Hartford Gold can show you how to protect your money, your retirement, your hard-earned savings against inflation by helping you diversify a portion of your portfolio into physical gold and silver. Start with a short phone call, and they can have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your 401k or IRA. So please call or text them right now. Tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you. Call 877-444-GOLD, 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Again, that's 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. 47 years ago today, Elvis Presley performed his final concert in Indianapolis. 7 weeks later, he was found dead inside his Memphis mansion. Here's the story behind the King of Rock. Elvis Aaron Presley was born inside a tiny one-bedroom shack in rural Mississippi on January 8, 1935. The boy began performing his parties when he was 12 years old. In 1956, Elvis hit #1 with the song Hound Dog. The tune launched one of the most successful acts in entertainment history. Throughout his 20-year career, the King racked up 18 #1 singles, another 40 in the top 10. Presley has sold more than 1 billion albums worldwide. He also appeared in 31 movies. Sadly, fame derailed Elvis In total, he was abusing more than 30 different medications. By 1977, the singer had gained 50 pounds, slept 15 hours a day. On June 26th, the King appeared on stage at the Market Square Arena in Indianapolis. It would be the last performance of his life. In August 1977, Elvis Presley was found dead on the bathroom floor of his Graceland mansion at the age of 42. Doctors said he died of a heart attack, but it was the drugs. And here's something else you might not know. Graceland has fallen on hard times. Earlier this year, the mansion was facing foreclosure following the death of Presley's daughter, Lisa Marie, who took out a $5 million loan using the property as collateral. Now, Elvis's granddaughter, a 35-year-old actress named Reilly is fighting to save the family estate. For more stories about the life and death of Elvis Presley, please check out my book, Killing the Legends. Back after this. Are you feeling the impact of recent timeshare industry changes? Now more than ever, the costs of timeshare ownership far outweigh the benefits. My friends at Lone Star Transfer are the only company I trust to help you get out. Our listeners' positive feedback demonstrates why I've supported the company for years. For more than a decade, they have helped over 20,000 owners get out of the timeshare. Their exclusive options can help you get out faster and easier, more than any other option in the country. They are the only company that will give you a written guarantee and release you from your timeshare in a specific time frame. With an A+ rating at the Better Business Bureau, and thousands of 5-star reviews, customer service is their top priority. For free consultation and a guaranteed solution, please call 855-551-7066. That's 855-551-7066, or go to LoneStarTransfer.com. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.